So exercise is really hard to do for patients who are overweight or have a chronic disease or something that is keeping them in a chair. Maintaining motivation to continue working out can be hard depending on how much weight you're able to do, if it hurts, etc. So today I have compiled a list of exercises that help to work strength, mobility, and cardiovascular fitness. I even write down my exercises right here so that I can keep an eye on what I'd like to do next and how many reps, etc. Today I'll be using some household items such as a tissue, a broomstick, a half of a bottle of mouthwash, 2 cans of reduced sodium black beans, and as well as a can of baked beans. So today, let's start with some heel to toe taps. You're gonna extend your leg, tap your heel, and then tap your toe. You wanna start at a moderate pace for this. It's a cardiovascular fitness warm-up. You wanna do this for about 30 to 45 seconds, or maybe it might take you 12 reps. You're gonna keep extending your leg outwardly and bring it back. You can speed this up as you go. Really maintain that balance. Next, what you're gonna do is seated march to help maintain the warm-up for cardiovascular fitness. So to march, you're just gonna, again, you wanna do this for about 30 seconds or so. You wanna make sure that you're kicking your knees up high, kind of kicking off of your toes. It'll really help to increase your heart rate here. Alright, next we are going to do some abductors. We're going to be using a resistance band for this. You want to put the abductors around mid-calf. Hold on to the chair. Hopefully you don't have handles. If you do, you can hold on to the handles right here. And you're going to extend your legs outward to the side. You want to do this for about 8 to 10 reps. You really want to make sure that you're focusing on your glutes right now, right here. Slow and controlled. After that, we're going to take this off. And we are going to work on some chair running. How do you run in a chair? It sounds difficult, not as difficult as it seems. You want to sit on the... We're going to use the black beads for this. You're going to come down like this, and you're going to extend out. You're going to keep your head in a nice supine position, and you really concentrate on your back muscles. From the side, this would look like you want to do about 8 to 10 reps of these, maintaining a nice straight back. Alright. Actually, for the next one, flies, regular flies, you're going to be using the zinc cans. You don't have to use cans, you can use any type of product that's approximately the same weight as well. You're going to bring your arms like this, and you're going to bring them in. Now this will work your chest muscles, and you want to do these as well for about 8 to 10 reps. Slow and controlled. You really want to focus on those muscles. If the weight is too heavy, you can modify it and just do arm weight. Slow and controlled, and still thinking about your chest muscles right here, your pectoris majoralis. Next, we're going to be working on leg extensions. For this one, I brought a book. This is your everyday casual textbook. You're going to sit back in your chair, put your feet up, flex, and the book resting right there. Slow and controlled. You're going to bring these up and down. You're going to want to do this for about 8 to 10 reps. Slow and controlled. This will work your quadriceps and your legs right here. Next, we're going to be working on some hand 12 times on each side. You should really start to feel it clenching your hamstrings. If you were using a book, you put your foot there. It moves a little easier, so it might be more mobile for those who have less range mobility. You're going to push back out. You're going to pull back in, slow and controlled. Again, 10 to 12 reps on each side. We will be doing some rowing. So you want to take the broomstick or whatever you'd like to row with, and you're going to act like you're in a canoe. You're going to row, and you're going to make sure you squeeze each of your obliques. And you want to come back to your starting position. Slow and controlled. Once you get better with the momentum of it, you can speed it up a little. Make sure you're maintaining concentration on the muscles in your obliques. Now you want to start rowing back a little bit, like you're really in a canoe. This workout is more of a cardiovascular warm-up, so your heart rate should start to rise about now. You want to do this for about 30 to 45 seconds. Leaning back as you row back and pulling yourself up as you come to the starting position. When you hit that 30 to 45 second mark, we can put this down. And next on the list we have seated boxing. Okay, I'm not a great boxer myself, so seated might be easier for me as well. Out at a 45-degree angle. You do not want to let your arms go out like this. You don't want to keep them in like this. But nice 45 degrees. Really squeeze those back muscles. You can hold it for 2 seconds. Bring it in. 1, 2, redo. 1, 2, redo. Now do this for about 10 to 12 reps as well. If this is too easy, you could always take your band that you have, wrap it around something like a bedpost, and work on bringing that in. You want to make sure you have a nice steady base with your feet. Chest is up, but back is not arched. And that you're bringing your arms into a 45-degree angle. Okay? Next, we have bicep curls. These are some of my favorite. I like to go a little heavier, so I'm using the can of baked beans actually. You're going to start with your arm down. You're going to bring it up, and as you do, you're going to twist your arm into a supination so that the edge of the can hits your shoulder almost. Slow and controlled. Bring it all the way down so you feel that stretch, and back up. Notice how my body does not move at all in this. No quivering. You want to do about 10 to 12 reps of these. Make sure you have a nice grip on the can. Slow and controlled. Alright, next the other side. Start with the can down, facing like this, and rotate it up. You want to make sure that your arms are tucked in this exercise at all times. You don't want to have your arm out here or in like this. Just nice and even, tucked against your body. And 12 reps, and we'll be good to go. Next, we're going to do some tricep kickbacks. You can do it 2 at a time if you're comfortable with that. If so, you're going to just bring your arms up here at a 45-degree angle. I'm just gonna kick back, kick back. It might be hard to do it. Next, we're gonna do some tricep kickbacks. You can do it 2 at a time if you're comfortable with that. If so, you're gonna just bring your arms here at a 45-degree angle. I'm just gonna kick back, kick back. It might be hard to do it like that, so if you're gonna do 2 at a time, kick back. Personally, I prefer to do it 1 at a time and at a slightly heavier weight. So I'm gonna use this mouthwash bottle, and I'm just gonna kick it back. This way you can really focus on what muscles you're using. You're gonna wanna do about 8 to 10 reps of these. I'll turn this side so you can see it. 45-degree angle, kick back. Ten to 12 reps. Slow and controlled, really feeling those muscles. Don't let your arm flounder around. Oftentimes people like to move their arm like this. That's incorrect. You want to just kick it back. Other side. Again, 10 to 12 reps. Keep your arm tucked to the side. Maintain a 45-degree angle with your arm when you come up. That's your stretch. And we'll just do a couple more here. Alright. Our last session of cardio today in the chair will be seated jumping jacks. Oftentimes jumping jacks are done standing up and you're jumping upwards, quite literally. Well, you can do it seated. All you have to do is bring your legs out as your arms go up and in as your arms come down. And you're gonna wanna lean back a little so it's easier to do the momentum. You wanna do about 30 to 45 seconds of these, and you can increase speed as you feel more comfortable with the exercise. Make sure that you're keeping abdomen tucked in, right up to your spine. You should feel your heart rate rising a little bit right now. And we're almost done. This exercise helps to warm up the joints of your shoulder and your hips. Alright, now we're gonna just do some stretches. Really great stretch to do, especially as you get older, is a sit and reach. You're gonna just put out both your legs, cross your hands like this, and you're gonna bend down and reach towards one leg. You're gonna hold it for about 10 seconds, and you're gonna come back up. And you're gonna go over the other leg now. You're gonna hold for about 10 seconds yet again, and you're gonna come back up. You can do that about 3 times. It'll get a nice stretch done. About 15 to 20 seconds again, each side. You can do the stretch about 3 times as well. It'll really be good. You can't really stretch too much. It'll help really open up your joints and increase mobility. The next stretch I really wanted to do is a behind the shoulder stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands together like this, and you're just going to clench your fists if you can't reach your hands, and you're just going to hold it like this. You should hold this pose for about 20 seconds each side. Make sure you're not arching your back like this, you're just keeping it straight and steady. When you come down, you're going to switch to the other side. This will really help to open up range of motion within your shoulders. You're just going to hold. Alright, next we are going to do a across the shoulder hold, across the chest hold I guess. You're going to take your shoulder, you're going to bring it up, you're going to bring your arm across your chest, and you're going to take this hand, not to push it, but just to hold it there. Make sure your arm doesn't come back like this. And you're going to hold. This should really be feeling it right here, right across your triceps. You're just going to hold it. Again, about 10 to 15 seconds, this one. and you're gonna bring it down. You're gonna bring this one. Each side. Again, you can do all of these stretches, about 3 sets of each. Anywhere between 10 and 20 seconds, depending on how comfortable you feel with it. I really try to get the stretch in more. If you can't do it more often, more frequently. Perhaps longer durations or shorter if you can't do long durations of it. The last stretch I have for you today, we will be using the tissue. So ideally you'd have something in front of you. For me, I have this desk, which you can't really see. But you're gonna put it on something, and you're just gonna go forward and back. And you're gonna go forward and back, using the tissue. That way your hand slides easily across the surface. And you're just gonna do that maybe 10 times. You should really be feeling this across your back. You can just really